This is Momolu Stewart. When Momolu was 16, he became a juvenile lifer. Momolu's life was surrounded by violence, and he did commit a murder. But 23 years later, he's a very different man. Hear why I believe some people deserve a second chance when we tell Momolu's story on the Justice Project and see if we can unlock.
Reality TV star Kim Kardashian helped win his release from prison.
Momolu Stewart's story of redemption after serving time for murder continues in the D.C. neighborhood where he grew up. News 4's Millette Grain is working for the community with how he is helping others. Millette, good morning.
Good morning to you. This is a second chance to make a real impact. After serving more than 2 decades in prison, he went right back to his old neighborhood to help save lives in the community.
His release from prison made the headlines when reality TV star Kim Kardashian used her celebrity and connections to get him out. Now, life on the outside for Momolu Stewart looks like this. Back to his old Northeast D.C. neighborhood, Langston Terrace, where he is now an ally in the community.
Not only am I paying it forward, but I feel like this is my purpose. You see what I'm saying? Because at one time I was lost. I was lost out here and committed a lot of atrocities and went through a lot of calamities myself.
Momolu and his childhood friend Kareem McCraney, who also served more than 2 decades of time for murder, are working in D.C. neighborhoods where people don't often get second chances.
It all boils down to just trying to save their life.
The two have created a program they call their own curriculum for kids, teens, and young adults who may only understand their hard knocks life lesson, coming in many forms, in a mobile music studio, in workout sessions, or blunt conversations.
My goal for them is not to make them into me, but to make them into the best them that they could be.
If you can get into them intimate spaces with them like we do, then you can really, really get down to a lot of the root causes of their problems and really help them.
A 2017 law gives second chances to those who committed really serious crimes as juveniles, as Momolu and Kareem did. They are now determined to make this second chance impactful.
Say, man, I'm gonna turn this way because now I'm talking y'all. You know, pressure can bust pipes so it can create diamonds, man. You know, so right now, in the hard part of your life, you're on the top side of the soil, so we want to represent this man. Now, you build, so when you get back out, you can demonstrate. You know what I mean? There's 2 things that define a man: his attitude when he has everything, and his patience when he has nothing. Yeah. You know what I mean? So, you know, we just gonna stand on that law, and we gonna get back out, and we gonna win. That's right. Ain't no losing, it ain't even an option. That's right. All right.
Push-up contest, including with his legs up in the air and walking around the room on his hands. The one and only Momolu Stewart.
First and foremost, I'd like to give honor to everyone that was given honor to already. Director Booth, Ms. Lopez, Aaliyah, Mark, Judith, the whole Georgetown staff, the whole administration that made this possible. I'm very grateful, I'm very humble to be in front of you today, and definitely my creator for allowing me to be on the top side of the soil to actually be in front of you, because it's like it's miraculous to even, you know, endure and to be where I'm at right now. Can you hear me, Uncle Reggie? Can you hear me? Okay, cool. And I want to thank you, my father's best friend, my Uncle Reggie and my Aunt Mona. Definitely appreciate them coming down. My dad came over here in 1970, something like that, and he wanted to become the president of Liberia. And he was killed when he was like 38, and now today I'm 38. And my uncle Reggie, my dad's best friend, recorded the whole funeral, the whole way, and never gave it to anyone, not my sisters, not my uncles, no one. Held it for me. And now when I came up here, he came to see me, and my dad from Liberia, my uncle's from Liberia, we Gola, that's our tribe, and he told me that he held it for me. He held it for me because he knew that one day I was going to make a difference, and I needed to see my father. I needed to be there. And my dad is here in spirit. We can't see him, but he here. He here in heart, and he here in mind. In 2008, I was fortunate to read his thesis in political science. And when I read it, it shifted my paradigm, because I understood that the life that I was living as a youth, the indoctrination, what I was taught, you know, the machismo was a false mentality. It wasn't my reality. It shouldn't have never been that. But somehow, a structure formed itself around my life that I couldn't shake. And it wound me here, in prison. Prison is not rehabilitative. Education is. Education is the very element that rehabilitates us. So having this opportunity, having Georgetown come through and teach us things about democracy, teach us things about integrity, because even when we giving the test sometimes Mike might say, man, you know, he wants to see where your integrity at. Don't cheat. And, you know, for me, it's always a hard thing in studying, because I study too hard, and then my mind kind of locks up. And my friend Harleen, he helps me study. Speaks about civic engagement a lot, social contracts, things of that nature. Mark asks a question. He say, what can we do to support democracy around the world? This is the question that he asks. So from the class, I understand now civil society. We are the civil society, the ordinary people. We are the ones that's supposed to make a difference. We are the ones that really affect the laws. We really affect society. We really affect community. That education that we get endorses us to move forward in the audacity to help our people, all people, not one race. It's only one race, a human race. So when we come together as a people, then we can begin to build our nation. Our nation is falling not because of Donald Trump. Our nation is falling because we refuse to do what we must do. It's a consequence to that. Education is the greatest thing that we have. There's no mistakes in life. There's only lessons. There's
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
What's up, YouTube family? Welcome back to Surviving the Trap TV. On today's episode, we have a member from the nation's capital, Dcblacks, convicted with 2 life sentences at 16 years old, and to go through trials and tribulations as a young man, going through poverty, all the pain that he had to endure and conquer growing up in the heart of Southeast, Northeast, Northwest, Southeast. The 4 cordials of DC prevail. And here's the story of redemption. We need more stories like this on YouTube, on certain people prison platforms, that show the growth and development in the inmate as a whole community. for this brother that did over 20 years in prison to come home to be on the national news, encouraging the youth to put the guns down, stop selling drugs. Also, the big homie is an artist, so go ahead and buy your portraits and support the community. But overall, this was a great story that I wanted to show on the YouTube platform of Surviving the Trap TV. This shows you that any man can be locked in confinement and still come out the sharpest knife in the cabinet. No matter what you go through in life, don't let it hold you back from greatness or being a human, the civilian, the citizen that you're supposed to be in America or any country that you live in. This is a prime example of greatness, of how God put his toughest soldiers through the worstest battles and they still survive. Drop a comment, smash that like button, subscribe, share the video. Thank you for watching Surviving the Trap TV.